Hey mamas, hello, hello. Welcome to a new series this week. We are going to be talking about the reasons your teens think they can do it all. And when I say do it all, I'm talking about them thinking they can handle their homework, their chores around the house, their schedules, like literally everything that they're doing that's going on in their lives on their own without help from you. So I'm curious, mamas, have you seen this yourself? Have you experienced this yourself? I'm bringing this series to you now because I've heard a lot of mamas recently who've joined my Facebook group that say, hey, that's the number one study struggle here. Okay. They think they can do it all. I know better. They don't really seem to know that there's a problem. So if that's relevant to you, be sure to tap that like button. Be sure to drop the word me down below. And if you're not a member of my Facebook group, there's a link waiting for you in the description to join us after the video. So why do our teens do this? If you said yes, you said, oh yeah, definitely me, do know that the brain science literally says our teens are wired for independence. Okay. I'm a tutor, not a scientist when it comes to like the brain, a doctor, anything like that, but definitely so much research out there, so much research that says our teens literally have like a survival instinct. Okay. Like it's just something that has been happening for years and years, generations and generations. When teens knew after a certain point, a certain age, they'd be kind of off on their own, and good or bad, that is just literally still part of our brain makeup, like our literal scientific, it's just like I don't know if I want to say biochemical thing, but literally our teens, they know, okay, must be independent. Like that's the easiest way I can say it. And unfortunately, mamas, that doesn't always mean good things for you. Doesn't always mean good things for your teens either. But yet they think they have to do that. And so that leads to their decisions being made, their actions leading a certain path. Okay. Now, the good thing is, and the thing that I see a lot of mamas struggle with, and that I wish, more parents, more families would know sooner rather than later, is that teens can be and want to be in charge of so much of their daily lives. I gotta tell you, as a study skills tutor, my goal and what I do is I teach teens how to learn through study skills so they can love to learn. And when I do this, mamas, you don't have to be in charge of homework. You don't have to be the one reminding, hey, you have a test tomorrow. You don't have to be the one saying, okay, you got soccer practice, and then we've got that family thing. So that means you've only got 20 minutes before bed to study for that test. Like, you don't have to do that when your teens learn how to learn. So when we're talking, how do we help your teens kind of have that independence they want, but yet also give them that agency, give them that autonomy that they're literally craving biologically? We've got to find the sweet spot. So I've got a couple thoughts, couple tips for you. Before I do, I just want to say thanks for watching here on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow, because this is only video one in the series. So some more tips, more strategies coming to you, I should say, later this week. And for anyone new around here, I'm Jessyka Coulter, the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. So our teens, they are independent. They want to make choices. They want to kind of be in charge of themselves as much as possible. So what do you do as a mama? Well, I highly recommend that when possible, you let your teens make choices. Okay. Now, obviously, they're probably going to make some really good ones and they're probably going to make some not so great ones. That comes down to their skills, their abilities, the knowledge they have, which I feel like is another video later in this series. But do know that you kind of have a choice. Your teens are home right now. They're in middle school, they're in high school, maybe your college kiddos if they still live at home. You've got kind of some control right now. You can kind of control the amount of control that your child has. And you kind of have to decide, do I want my teen to learn this thing now, this lesson at home, while I'm here to kind of supervise, to monitor, to kind of help pick up the pieces as needed? Or do I just try to help from afar if your child's like in college 2 hours away, or, 5-10 years from now when they're living on their own and they're experiencing a really big negative effect of a decision that they could have made now in a much smaller form and not had experience like the thousands of dollars that are the negative result, or maybe like the really bad, life-changing consequence that again could have happened now and hurt, but not been like a serious life or death. So definitely do know we can let our teens make decisions now. Something like, okay, we ask them, what homework do you have? Because there's nothing wrong with that. The goal here is your teens know what the homework is and they have a plan for doing it. And because they have the study skills like note taking and annotating, that information went from school, the classroom, to home. Well, if you ask your teens, when are you doing homework tonight, or what homework do you have? Well, it's up to them to make that decision. That is a choice. That is something I highly recommend that you let your teens do, or if you could talk about a project over the weekend and then your teens say, oh, yeah, it's due this week. Okay, well, mamas, I don't want you reminding your teens every day. I don't want you nagging. I don't want you saying, hey, start on this tonight, or okay, 30 minutes would get a lot of that project done. It's up to your teen to really learn those skills. And sometimes they will naturally pick them up. And more often than not, what I see is teens just don't know what they don't know. They don't know what study skills, what life skills they're missing until it kind of bites them. And that is the perfect topic for another video in this series. And so definitely do know that I recommend you come back on Friday for our next video all about life skills, study skills, and basically why our teens are struggling, why they think they can do it all, and yet we give them the choices. We let them make mistakes. We give them as much autonomy as we can with stuff around the house, like chores and homework and other kind of family decisions. But at the same time, mamas, we have to help them realize, oh, this is a skill. This is what you have to learn. You have to learn it for you, how it works for you. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. And that's a perfect learning opportunity. So thanks for being here, mamas. Have a good night. Remember, my YouTube channel, my Facebook business page, plenty of opportunities here for learning. But if you really want to have a discussion with myself, let alone a lot of other amazing mamas who are going through the same thing you are right now, who have teens and tweens of their own, go to that link in the description. Join my Facebook group called Teaching Teens Love Learning after I answer a couple questions, and would love to help you and learn more about you and your teens so I can support your teens and support you as your teens love to learn. Talk to you soon, mamas. Have a good night.